Okay, folks, so we're just going to run through a few drills that you might like to implement in your coaching sessions. There are many hundreds of drills, and I'm sure you already know plenty yourself. I'm going to just show you some of the ones that I've developed over the years that I've found quite useful. One of the aspects of drilling that I think is most important is to always add the element of competition. This helps focus people, makes it more fun. People are less likely to, hit wild shots because there's something on it. So I would advise you to try and turn every drill you can into a competitive drill as soon as you can. Now, if you've got 4 or 6 players on a court, which often happens because you've got a big group and not many court space, not much court space, we tend to use what I call the channels. I'm referring to the width of the service box, and it could be the whole length or it could be part of the length. By making your players work in the channels, there's a little bit of a safety zone in the middle, which is good, and obviously safety is so important in this sport. If I haven't said it earlier, make sure that you train your students to adhere to your call of stop instantaneously. That's a very important word in squash, and you should implement that from day one. So John's agreed to be a guinea pig for some of these little drills, and we're just going to do a little bit of each one of them, okay? First one I'm going to talk about is the front and back channel game. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with drop drive, where the person at the back is feeding a drop and the person at the front is hitting a drive. When you do that drill, of course, make sure that whoever's doing the drives is constantly tracking the ball and constantly coming back. We don't want people standing here doing drop drive, just standing here whacking the ball, okay? It's a movement game. Emphasize the movement as well as the strokes. The strokes support the movement. But once you've got people doing drop drive, and you could maybe play that up to 15, and they're doing fairly well, you can turn it into a competitive game where the person at the back can only hit balls to the front of the court inside the channel, and their shots must all bounce twice before they come across the short line. And the person at the front can hit anything they like to the back of the court as long as the ball bounces inside the channel and over the short line. So John and I are just going to have a quick go at that. The person at the back always serves. John's going to the front. Sorry. And, if it's a beginner, you might want to make a rule that the first serve has to go above the service line. But if it's an advanced player, then you want to actually encourage them to attack so that the person at the front is really on their mettle. So we'll just start off easy. John's trying to beat me at the back. I'm trying to beat John at the front. Here we go. Okay, that would be 1-0 to me. Okay, here we go. That's a lovely shot. I got it back though. Another lovely shot, still got it back. Now, I might come up here and see if I can put a bit of pressure on John. And he's hit it out, it's on the line. And that would be too low. Anyway, you get the idea. Once you've played 15 points, you then switch round.
If I'd left one of those, it bounced twice. If it bounced, the second bounce over.
Yeah, it would have been your point. So I have to be very careful to judge to make it bounce just before the line. So we would switch round, and then of course for a good session, one person gets to play all 4 positions, okay?